So today we're gonna start, guys, with transitive and intransitive verbs. For you to have a remember, for you to remember what we're trying to explain, last weeks with the videos, transitive verbs always will be a type of part of a speech that will need or have an object. So I will be trying to explain how can we recognize a transitive verb and how can we recognize an intransitive verb. So first of all, guys, you must understand what is a transitive verb. A transitive verb, as you see here, always is a verb that requires an object to receive the action. So I have here two examples. The first example is a correct way to use a transitive verb. So let's see. The speaker discussed different marketing strategies in the video. You will see here that we have a subject. Always to label the subject, we will make like a transitive verb. This is our subject. We have also a verb. And the verb, we're going to identify it with an underline. So we must make us a question to know if we have a transitive. This is the main formula to know if we have a transitive. The formula is what plus the subject plus the verb. This is the way you're going to have a direct object. A direct object. This is the way to have a direct object. This is the formula. What plus the subject plus the verb. That is the way you're going to have a direct object. So let's ask what, which is the subject, the speaker, discussed. Well, we have an answer. Let's see, Noelia, which is our answer for this question? What the speaker discussed? You have to unmute yourself. What the speaker discussed?
A video.
The video? Somebody else?
No. That is strategies.
Yes.
The strategies.
Different marketing
strategies.
Exactly. So this will be our what? Our direct object. Exactly. So now remembering, a transitive verb always will require an object. So if we have a direct object, so that means that discuss in this sentence is what type of verb? Transitive or intransitive? That means we have a transitive verb. Transitive, exactly, because we have a direct object. So since the way we have a direct object, that means that we have a transitive verb. So that is the way you're going to identify easily if you have a transitive or intransitive verb. Let's see the next example. The speaker discussed in the video. So let's see. We have a subject that is the speaker. Also, we have a verb. But let's see, I will ask Gabriela, if you remember, how do we call to this in a sentence? How do we call this in a sentence? What type of phrase is this in the video?
No.
How do we call that in the video? Always we'll start with a preposition. How do we call it?
Prepositional phrase.
Exactly, a prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase, does it a direct object? Yes or no? Is that a direct object? No, it's not a direct object. So in the second sentence, what type of verb is discussed? Transitive or intransitive?
Intransitive.
Intransitive. Why? Because we don't have a direct object. So in this case, we don't have a transitive verb. Why? Because we must have an object. Always we will have an object that receives the action of the verb. So do not confuse, guys, with prepositional phrases. Remember, prepositional phrases are not objects in the sentence. Now, does someone have a question? You may raise your hand if you have a question of these two types of verbs. How to identify these two types of verbs? Anyone have a question of it? No? Okay. So I'm gonna continue. So I have here, guys, another example of transitive verbs. So I will need your help for me to be labeling these sentences. I will ask to Diego to label the first sentence. Abad will label the second sentence. And Yolani will label the third sentence. Jocelyn will label the fourth sentence. And Axel will label the fifth sentence. How will you label it? The same way I did it. You will tell me the subject, the verb, and if it has a direct object, you will tell me. So let's see, Diego, which is the subject in the first sentence?
Wait.
In the first sentence, the subject, just the subject.
The instructor.
The instructor is our subject, exactly. Exactly, the instructor. Diego, which is our verb?
The verb address.
Address, exactly. Address is our verb. Now, do we have an object, Diego, in this sentence?
So, repeat again.
Do we have an object in this sentence? The direct object.
Yes, the address is the direct object too.
What the instructor addressed? That's the question, to have a direct object. What the instructor addressed?
The student question.
So the student question will be our what, Bill? Direct object. Our direct object. That's the question, to have our direct object. Number two.
Okay.
Who is in number two in charge?
Me, mister.
Okay, Alejandro. Subject of this sentence.
Borrow. No, Miriam.
Miriam. Miriam is our subject. Verb.
Borrow.
Borrow. And do we have answer for the question, what Miriam borrowed?
Her class.
What Miriam borrowed? What?
Her book.
A methodology book. Exactly. So the methodology book will be what?
Direct object.
Direct object. Exactly. Our direct object. Number three, Yolani. Subject.
You.
You, exactly. Because it's a question, so we differ in our subject. You. Verb.
Bring.
Bring. Do we have a direct object in this sentence?
Yes. The DO is your copy of the textbook.
Exactly, your copy of the text. So that will be our deal. Number four.
Me, mister.
Yes. Number four. Yes. Subject.
Donovan.
Donovan. Verb.
Gave.
And do we have a direct object? What Donovan gave?
Yes. You.
That is. Exactly. That is. Number five. The last one.
The
Subject.
committee members is the subject.
Committee member.
The verb is will raise and the DO is money.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Money is our bill. So, do you have questions about this labeling, guys? If you have a question, you may ask right now.
No.
Elia, everything is clear?
Mister,
Yes, Gabriela?
we have to copy that on the notebook.
No, no, you don't have to. You will copy just the exercise that I will let you in 4 minutes. This is just for you to look at the screen and try to remember the structure of a transitive verb sentence. Yolani, Giuliani, everything is clear? Yes?
Yes, Mister.
That's okay. So this is the way, guys, to label a sentence with a transitive verb. This is the way you're gonna make your exercise. The same way I'm doing here. The subject, you will make a rectangle. For the verb, you're gonna underline it, and you're gonna make like an ellipse for the direct object. Is that clear? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna go to the other part of this.
Mr. Ruiz,
Yes? Yes?
Mr. What did you tell is the information this?
That the way that I did here, the labeling, that's the way you're gonna make your classroom. You're gonna make a rectangle for your subject. You're gonna underline the verb, and you're gonna send it in a circle all the direct object. Is that clear? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So guys, I'm gonna leave you with this part. The last part of the topic are the direct and indirect objects. We already saw what is a direct object, so we are just missing indirect objects. Does someone remembers how can we identify a indirect object? What is the question we must do?
Whom or who?
To whom or who? Exactly the actions required. So let's see in the first sentence. Wait, let me see. Giuliani, subject of the first sentence. Giuliani, subject of the first sentence.
Donovan.
Donovan is our subject. Verb.
Gay.
Okay. Now the question to know is we have a direct object. What Donovan gave?
A laptop.
A laptop. Now here is the way, guys, you're gonna look for the indirect object. To whom? Sorry. To whom? Plus subject plus verb plus direct object. Plus direct object. So let's make this question, Giuliani, to whom Donovan gave a laptop?
To his sister.
To his sister. So this will be our indirect object.
Indirect.
And laptop will be our direct object.
Direct.
Exactly. So this is the way, this is the formula you're gonna use always. You want to identify an indirect object. Do you have questions to know how to get an indirect object? Anyone? So I will make a question. Let's see, Jocelyn. Is it necessary for a transitive verb to have an indirect object? Yes or no? Is it necessary for a transitive verb to have an indirect object? Yes or no? Does it is necessary? If we don't have an indirect object, can we still have a transitive verb? Yes or no?
Yes, I think.
Yes, of course. Gabriela, question. Do we need a direct object to have a transitive verb? Yes or no? Do we need a direct object to have a transitive verb? Yes or no? Gabriela?
To me.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know. Repeat me that question, please.
Do we need a direct object to have a transitive verb?
Yes.
Yes, it's necessary. So, Noelia, can we have a transitive verb without a direct object? Yes or no? Unmute yourself. Can we have
Can you repeat one
a
more time?
transitive verb without a direct object?
Repeat, mister. It's a valuable method.
Do we need to have a direct object to have a transitive verb? Yes or no?
A indirect object.
Direct.
Yes.
Exactly. We need a direct object to have a transitive verb. If we don't have a transitive verb, guys, it's impossible to have a transitive verb. So please, in the labeling, do not put a transitive verb if you don't have a direct object. It's impossible. So if we have a prepositional phrase, Angie, if we just have a prepositional phrase, can we have a transitive verb?
No.
No. So do not confuse a prepositional phrase with a direct object. So with this, guys, you're gonna make the following exercises. The following exercises that I will give you here. I will show you right now. These exercises are the ones that you must copy on your notebook, and you will label the following things: subject, verb, and direct or indirect object. If you have a direct object, you can have an indirect object, but you will never have an indirect object without having a direct object. So this will be your assignment for the class of today.